Oh God, a massive. I'm afraid one can hardly suppose a presence as boring as Joe's. When he finally has led a girl into bed, she promptly falls into a doze. Bill maintains that he isn't inclined to value a girl for her mind, but to help him get it in, he will do that and grin, though he's rather admire her behind. And said, angry young damsel, what meanness? First a fellow will brag of his penis. Then you say, come on, lover, why don't you uncover? And he does, and you're shocked to see its weeness. Hello. Wait. Yeah. Okay. So, guys, we're going to be playing this game right now. Let's go. Don't worry about what's going on behind the camera. It's just me now.
Understand that I'm a pro, you don't need to see why.
What? How sexy is Pixel? A clean 3. Wow. A clean 3. Phantom. I'm playing games with you right now, Siege, and I'm just we're gonna give a little time out there.
Hello. How's it going? Can you hear me?
Oh, hey, it's me.
Okay, good. Might be a little bit of a lag.
Yes. Oh, it's completely fine. Completely fine. I can hear you absolutely perfectly.
Perfect. How are you?
Good. Drinking a little bit to start my night off. How are you doing?
Nice. I'm good. What are you drinking tonight?
Green tea and vodka.
I've never heard of that mix before. That sounds tasty, actually.
Yeah, it's all right. It works.
It works. It does its job.
The juices and the vibes flowing as it should.
I do like your hair. It looks so nice today. How do you get it so curly?
God, I was chosen by God to have curly hair, apparently.
Do you do anything to it?
No, I wake up and I shower and I put in conditioner.
Nice. So I have got like the wavy hair, so I've been trying to do like the curly girl method, and I cannot get super cool hair.
What's the curly girl method?
Oh, there's like a whole like method of like how you're supposed to wash it, conditioner, gel, everything. Like it's intense.
That sounds like a lot of effort. I don't think I could be willing to do that. To be fair, I did just buy like some curl enhancing stuff. It's just called Curl Enhancer. So we'll see what that does. I guess I might even get even more curly hair.
Super jelly.
You should be. You should always be jelly of me.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it. You're part of like the Among Us crew, I guess I call you guys. The whole special places in my heart because of all the fun times that we had and my first streamer friends. So I really appreciate this.
Good. I appreciate it too. I like that you thought of me to interview and talk to because I like talking.
You and like I think you were on the list first. Like when I came up with this idea, like you and Thorny and Angel and all these people were all on the list first. So I had to make sure that I got you guys in there.
Was I number 1?
You were like number 5.
I was that low on the list?
But, like,
I feel like just my voice alone should qualify me a little bit higher on the list.
Out of like 10.
I mean, I'm okay with you waiting for me, but you know, I'm top tier. I mean, I assume I am.
But like top 5 out of like 10 people, so that's pretty good, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's at least a 50%. I might have failed for the graded test, but you know, it works.
Well, it's okay. So for some of the people who are here, so some of my followers who may not follow you, what do we do? Tell me about yourself and like your streams and what they are.
My streams are cursed, and they are deep voiced, and they are overly energetic and flirty. I like to flirt with literally everybody. You're working out the kinks before. See, that's that. I have a lot of kinks. I have a lot of kinks in my streams, and everybody comes to my stream to be their little cursed self. I assume. I think. So you know, if you ever want to see wholesome streamers act up in my chat, that happens quite often.
I'm supposed to tell you that Yui, I think that's how you say it. You says hi.
Hi, Yui.
I did also forget to mention, so I have erased all of my channel points for this stream, and there's only one, which is cost 1 channel point, where they can ask you some questions.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so all of the followers, viewers, everybody can ask lovely Pixel any questions. I do ask that they are appropriate for streaming. No crazy uncomfortable things for me, because I would get uncomfortable. Me.
I can talk to myself. I could host my own interview here with myself.
There you go.
But that would be a lot of effort. I'm here for that. Hey, Nick! Sorry that I'm stealing your shit.
No, that's okay. This is about you today. We're gonna learn all about Pixel.
Every day should be about me, but unfortunately, people haven't gotten on board yet.
Well, those people are just wrong.
A national holiday, right? They are wrong.
Well, when's your birthday?
February 17th. It already passed. Unfortunately.
Okay, well,
I got older.
We'll make it. February 17th is just gonna be Pixel Day from now on.
I want to celebrate my half birthday. That would be
What's that? August?
Shit.
September? August. Happy late birthday.
Yeah. I don't know. That's math.
Too hard.
I'm very bad at math. I have the horrible math February. Yes, I did. I have a horrible math sense.
Oh, me too.
That's my.
I was scheduling the next interview for next week, and it's somebody who's in Central Standard Time, and I'm in Mountain Standard Time, and I know it's like an hour behind, but I sat there for like a while. I'm like, what is that? What does that mean? So that was fun.
Yeah, I've given up a long time ago trying to figure out time zones. I know too many people on the East Coast, the West Coast. I'm just like, just tell me what time it is on the East Coast. You put it into Google. I don't have time.
I feel like that one's the easiest. Central Standard Time. What is that?
It's fake, is what it is.
It's
it doesn't
fake.
exist. They made it up.
Yes.
It's fake. It's the entire Midwest is a conspiracy.
There we go. Yes, I agree.
Even if that is actually where I came from. Anyways, yes, continue.
So why did you start streaming?
Loneliness, actually.
Oh.
So I know it sounds a bit weird. When I graduated from college, I moved in with my father again. Had no money, he had no job, and so I worked at Walmart in North Carolina. And soon after, I found a job way down south in Georgia, except it paid very little, and I lived with a random Middle Eastern guy who turned out to be an alcoholic and tried to pay a prostitute in checks. Doesn't matter.
What?
Do you want to know that story?
There's so much to uncover in just that little sentence that you just said.
I'll tell you that story before we get into why I'm streaming. So, I lived with this guy randomly. I found him on one of these roommate sharing sites, and it was like the only thing really in my budget. And he seemed like an okay guy. He seemed normal. He just was like a chill Middle Eastern dude. And then he comes upon his court date. Yeah, apparently he had a court date because he was doing drunk driving. It wasn't like bad drunk driving. All drunk driving is bad, kids. Don't drink and drive. But his brother-in-law called cops on him, and it picked him up on the side of the road when he was trying to get cigarettes. And so he went to court. Well, when he came back from his court date, he could drink again. So he got drunk, and one day I hear him screaming, and this woman screaming. And what they're screaming about is that he's trying to have this girl come in and pay her in checks, which she will not take. She will not have a loving night with a man if it's a check, because checks can bounce and be written fake.
Yep.
So yeah, that's apparently, he had a wife and kids down in Florida, but you know, that's another thing.
Oh my God.
So weird alcoholic ordered prostitutes. Anyways, At that time, I had brought my gaming computer down there, and I was completely alone. The people at work were all middle-aged women, or my boss, and your boss isn't your friend, even if you try to make him your friend.
Yeah.
And so all I really had was gaming with some friends, and I was like, well, I feel lonely and sad, and all I can do is call my grandmother to feel companionship, which is really not what I want. So I started streaming. I started streaming and made digital friends, made a digital community. And here I am now, heavily drinking on what day is it today?
Thursday? But at
I'm
least
not heavily drinking. I'm light drinking. I've made sure to stay mostly sober.
you're not paying for prostitutes with checks, so there's that.
Exactly. Have you ever considered being a radio personality with that voice? I've thought about it, and it's very difficult, and I'm very lazy. Unless somebody comes down on me and says, hey, do you want to do this? I'm not willing to put in the effort.
It's like, I don't want to... I took a course to become a radio personality as well, and when I was like 18 or so, and it's hard. Like, I'm in Canada, and it's hard because like you have to go to like a small town. You can't just start off at like in Atlanta, Georgia, and become a radio DJ. But you should definitely look at voiceovers though.
I've tried. I've actually put in audition tapes before to different places.
Really?
It's just having the experience to make like the perfect audition tape. I don't have. And so it's one of those things of, if I get that first job, I think I could do something with it. But it's always that first job.
That's the hard part.
If anybody in chat wants to pay me to say things, I will gladly take your money. I will happily make you bankrupt just to hear my voice.
There you go, chat. The offer's there. So what keeps you motivated? Because like with COVID, it's been like over a year now. How do you stay motivated and positive?
People continue telling me I'm attractive and flirting with me.
Ooh.
I am very egotistical and self-obsessed, and having people come in and tell me that they like me is honestly one of the most flattering things I can get.
Star wants to know if you ever considered working for a sex hotline. There you go. There's an option too.
Well, hey there, Sinistar. I don't think you're old enough to be asking that question, but if you were, what's up?
Go. Does that make you happy, Sinistar?
Yeah. I would if the money was good. But yeah, having people come in, liking my voice, talking to me, hanging out, just that kind of thing. Like, maybe I don't really get the whole imposter syndrome thing, where people are like, I don't feel like I've earned any of this. I feel like people like me, and I'm happy to have them continue to like me with me putting in as medium effort as I possibly can.
Like I said,
I'm not going to stress myself out.
Like I said before we started this, is when I was going through all of your VODs and everything, they were hilarious just to watch and like try to clip some things, because just some of the comments, like that limerick that you were reading about a weenus, and I was like, what is going on?
Oh yeah, that's a point redemption. I have this book here, which is a fantastic book, and people can redeem any. They can pick a page, redeem it with their channel points, and I'll read a page from it.
Oh, cool.
I love accidentally discovering this book.
Where did you discover it?
Okay, it's gonna sound weird, but on my desk.
Is that a discovery?
Yes. Okay, so my father is married now to my stepmother, and her dad is like, I'm not going to say he's nearing the end of his life, but he's definitely more impaired than he was before, forgetting things, that kind of thing. So he was offering my father, like, oh, if you want to take these old tools and stuff, and he found like these random stacks of books, and he found 3 joke books, one of these being this. And so he threw it on my desk while I was in the bathroom. I come out and just like, there's a stack of books here. What is this? And the first one I pick up is Limericks Too Gross, or 2 dozen dirty dozen stanzas. It says dozen way too much. And I read it, and I was like, this is incredible. I think people would love to hear me read these because people keep saying, I just want to hear you read me a bedtime story. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to read you a bedtime story, but a dirty poem that's 4 lines, 5 lines long, that'll do.
Sounds amazing.
It's fun.
Nice.
It's very fun. I love this book because it's written by Isaac Asimov, the same guy who wrote I, Robot.
Oh, really?
He came up with the laws of robotics. And it's also written by John Sidari or Kadari or whatever. And he translated the book that's Dante's Inferno, the Divine Comedy.
Yeah.
He's the big British translator of that book. So you have these two famous literary people, and they got together and competed to write the dirtiest limericks they could in 100 pages.
Oh, that's amazing, though.
Who does that? Who's like, I'm old, which I don't know if you can see right there. Do you see how old these guys look?
Yeah, I was gonna say those photos look pretty old.
And like pretty like professory. And they decided to get together and write a dirty poetry book. And now I drink and read it on my stream as God intended.
Yeah. So, what are your favorite games to stream or outside of stream? Like what, like video games, whatever.
Well, when it comes to games, I'm kind of all over the place. What I found recently is, well, I have my dead set default game, which is Rainbow Six Siege, because I'm accidentally good at it. It's the only shooter that I feel like I'm better than most people at. And so if I just want to chill, I can pop it up, play it, just talk to people, and there's enough cool down time in games that I can talk to chat, flirt with people, and have every single random 15-year-old be like, oh my God, dude, I love your voice. It's making me so hard. How many girls do you get with that voice? Like, sir, I'm not straight, but you're 15, and I'll pass. Not only am I not attracted to you, but I don't want to go to jail. It's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it at all. My other games, though, is I like short games. I hate long games. I hate games where they've decided, like, oh, there's 100 hours of content into it. And then I'm just like, well, so I'm going to have to play this one game for 100 hours? And you know how streaming a game goes. That 100-hour game suddenly is a 200-hour game. I don't want to roam for hours trying to find my own quest just because. So I like a game that I can beat in 2 hours. That I can, or in an hour, that I can play on stream, share with chat, and together we can finish and start a game together.
There you go. I saw you were playing Visage. I don't know how to say the title, but you were playing that for a while, and that game is terrifying. Do you do scary games too?
Oh yes. Well, I get scared, but then I laugh at myself getting scared. So I really don't get that whole horror aspect. There might be like a split second there where I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to do this kind of thing. But there's never really a time where I feel properly scared because it's fun. It's good stories. It's entertainment. And if they can get me to jump and scream out, that I'm like, congratulations, you've done a good job kind of thing.
Did you finish the game yet?
I did. And see, that was my exception. I liked that game, and it was long technically, but it was in chapters. In each chapter, I could beat on a stream.
Oh, okay.
So it made it special.
I was watching other streamers, and there's like a part where like you're in the middle of the street with like a park and like teeter totters and everything, and I was like, just that alone, I can't do it. Scary movies are not my thing.
At that point, I get like really into the atmosphere. Like I'm liking how creepy they made it and how cool they made it. Like all the little elements kind of bring me more into the game than they do repel me from it.
Like, there's a whole bunch of people playing Resident Evil right now. Like Thorny's playing it, and
I'm about to play it.
Oh my God, I'm like, I want to watch it because it's like a good story and everything, but I'm not even playing it, and I'm scared.
Big titty vampire lady. You have to play it.
She does look really good.
And then she has like a really buff brother. I mean, like it's hitting all the marks for all the weird monster fucker kinks. But you know, it looks good. It looks good. And I love the previous game.
Yes, that one, I heard that they had to like dumb down the Resident Evil 8, so like it's not as scary as like Resident Evil 7 is what I've heard.
Wait, they dumbed it. No, how dare they?
That's what I heard. I don't know.
It down? Because I know this is not a part of the interview about me, but is your curly hair? Yes, it is, actually. It is extremely natural and actually get more curly when I dyed it.
Nice.
It decided to curl up. I know this is like not about me, but I'm gonna gripe about the Resident Evil series real quick. Resident Evil at the beginning was a horror game. It was like there was like shooting involved, but it wasn't about shooting zombies. It was about like doing puzzles, shooting the occasional zombie, but the zombies were more like horror elements. Then you went on and you got to like 5 and 6, where it's just a straight like shooter game that has zombies in it. 7 finally seemed like they're going back to like, oh, it's a horror game that has zombies in it. Or like zombie elements. I would hate if they went back to that being a shooter, because then it's what the point? Well, I could just go play Call of Duty.
True. We'll have to wait for Thorny for their opinion on it and see if they can fill us in, because I'm not really sure. I know there was zombies and shooting and babies and
right. Resident Evil 7 actually has my favorite game in it though. There was a DLC for it where you could play as a homeless man. Oh,
what?
Not homeless man, sorry. You could play as the brother of the main bad guy or something in the game.
Oh, one of those like hillbilly dude bros.
Yeah, so you played as a hillbilly from the mountains, and you seemed like a homeless man, and you went around suplexing zombies and punching them. You punched zombies, you boxed zombies, and that was the combat and gameplay. Was like straight up fighting a zombie, and like the final fight in it was a one-on-one bout with a zombie monster thing. Just punching, no guns, no weapons, no like figuring things out. It was just a straight up brawl.
Oh my gosh.
It was so fun.
Nice.
It was so exciting, and I loved it.
That sounds awesome. So what's your favorite game?
Besides that, I would have to say Subnautica.
That game's creepy too. All the noises.
It is creepy, but it's like a unique creepiness. And I think it's my favorite because it's one of the games I did best on stream with. Huh? Like when I haven't brought this up, but I used to have a different stream channel, and then I went over to Pixel 8 because I didn't feel like I earned really my followers on Pixel, the other Pixel account. I did follow at the beginning, and it just felt like kind of undeserved. So I wanted to start over, get a clean, fresh start. But anyways, on that old channel, I streamed Subnautica, and I was getting like 20 average viewers for it, and people were like really excited to experience this new thing with me. You get this whole like, it's a survival game, and it's a building crafting game, but that isn't the focus. Like, you build stuff to continue on the story. You don't have to make a giant base and survive a certain amount of days. You use it because it makes your life easier.
Yeah.
You could just make a very utilitarian base, but there's always that little bit of stress of like, do I have enough food? Do I have enough water? And then there's also the giant fish monsters.
Yeah, they're so it's scary.
It's so great at building tension and everything. Atmosphere, tension, scares, immersion. Immersion's the real thing I'm going for.
Is there a new one coming out? Because I've heard Subnautica like a lot recently.
Yes, they're making a second one that is... it's one of those things of like, the first game, you were a silent protagonist. There was not much story. You got dropped on a planet, and the goal was get off the planet. And you discovered story as you continued. The new one is like, I haven't really gotten much of the story, but it's like, your sister is on a spaceship, and she's sending you down to discover stuff. And I'm really worried like that's going to kill all the tension of like feeling alone.
Yeah.
And when you put the voice onto it, it like also has like it might break the immersion because you don't feel like you're the character anymore. You feel like you're playing somebody who is the character.
Yeah. That kind of sucks.
But it could be good. It could be amazing. I'm not going to prejudge yet. I just, have my reservations.
Got it. So then, while we're still on the topic of video games, who's your favorite character, your video game character? Out of all of the everything.
I have zero clues. I have not a single idea. There's a lot of cool characters out there, but there's none that I can really say I like significantly more than the other. I like games more than I like the characters.
Well, Logan likes anime, wants to know your favorite Rainbow Six defender and attacker.
That's hard too, but less difficult. Wait, I had this. Capitao is now my favorite attacker because he's fast AF, and the Firebolt is so great for people who are laying down in stupid corners. That is all you run into. See, you say like somebody hiding like right next to a door frame laying down, you just like fire. And then you have to watch them stand up and run out of the fire, and it's hilarious. And then they get out of the fire, and you shoot them. So you get the two options. Plus, good utility with the smoke bolt. Yeah. If you need to plant something, great. Defender. I have my like joke one, and I have my like favorite, which would be Alibi is currently my favorite just because I find her the easiest to play. I could set up like the stuff to help my teammates, the little holograms that people can shoot it. And the gun is such a great rate of fire. It has low recoil, so I can tend to like clutch if there's an issue. But also Nuchishanka. I love the stupid turret in that there is no such thing as a wall I can't go through now. It's like the ultimate movement character.
How many characters are there now?
Oh, no clue. So many characters, and they keep adding more. And what I like about this, unlike Overwatch, when a new character gets added, it doesn't break the stupid game. Overwatch, they added Brigitte, they added so many other characters, and they're just like, well, now we have to balance every single character around this. Siege, this guy has a drone that explodes. How's that going to change the meta? It can open one more wall than normal?
Go. Sinistar wants to know, have you watched JoJo? And if so, do you like it?
Yes, I have, and I love it. And I've watched most of them. My favorite being, I think, was Golden Wind, which was one of the newer ones. I know, and a lot of people don't like the newer ones. But yeah, I like JoJo. It's a good show. It's well done, and it is.
Whoa!
It's crazy.
There we
59.
go.
That sounds about right.
What is JoJo?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, I clicked open my Chrome. I was gonna Google it, but then it took away your face, and I was like, okay, and done.
Oh, you tried to kick me off your show. I understand. You just got like, I am too aggressive and over the top, and you just couldn't handle me.
And we're done.
I feel you.
Sinistar also wants to know your favorite stand and character.
Frick. JoJo, but like the one that nobody likes. JoJo, he has the heart-shaped stand. Here's the stand with the heart shapes. No. The chef. I love the chef. The chef from freaking the Shining Diamond. I love the chef because he makes food that just heals people instantly. Like to the point of, I would love to eat it. In one of the episodes, I don't know if you've seen it before, they go to this diner and they eat his food, and they're like freaking out trying to figure out like what's his evil ability, what is he doing bad? This guy's like, oh no, my teeth, they hurt, and his tooth falls out, and it grows a new tooth in there because he had an infection there, and it healed him essentially.
No.
And I have a chipped tooth. I'd love to have that replaced. And like it fixed his digestion, and it made his like skin clearer. Be like, you know how amazing that would be to have that ability to just cook a dish and it heal you and make you feel amazing.
That would be pretty amazing.
It's a dream.
When you turn 30, it's like you go back to when you're like in your teenage years, except now your back hurts.
Oh yeah. That's how I'm feeling now.
Logan also wants to know your favorite sport anime.
The volleyball one. The one that everybody loves.
I don't even know there was...
What is it called? It's called... I can't pronounce that. Because it's Japanese. but it's Haikyu. It is great. It is fantastic. It is actually like it's built really, really well. You can relate to the characters, and the volleyball scenes themselves do feel like actiony enough to be entertaining.
Oh, they're saying Haikyu. Haikyu.
Yeah, that's how it's pronounced. Haikyu, exactly. See, look at these nerds. Kidding, I love you, nerds.
What's your favorite snack or drink for your during stream?
Favorite snack would be no clue. I like a lot of food. I just really, really, really like food. But my favorite drink would be lemon soda.
Lemon soda?
Yes, there is I used to live in Italy. I guess it's a long time ago now. And there they have a soda that's just straight called lemon soda. It's a black can with a lemon on it. It's pretty bitter, but it has like a little sweetness to it. And
yeah.
It's just tasty.
You have a pepper jack cheese?
I do have pepper jack cheese in my freezer. I made an ice cream cake recently. Like
pepper jack cheese?
No.
Okay.
So it was my stepmother's birthday. She likes the classic Baskin Robbins ice cream cake that has like the layer of chocolate, like the little crumbles and the fudge, and then like the layer of vanilla. So I made that. I took Oreos, crumbled them up, baked them, made this like nice little crumble to put in like a middle layer. I made fudge for the middle layer. Bottom ice cream was chocolate, brownie. Top layer was vanilla. Then I made a whipped cream frosting. I put it in my fridge, decorated it, and took a picture to post on Discord. And everybody saw the Discord pic. And they noticed that in the background was pepper jack cheese because I had to stick it in my freezer.
Why?
So yes, I have why do I have pepper jack cheese in my freezer? Because I have too much pepper jack cheese and I needed to store some of it somewhere.
Is it Costco run?
Yeah, it's a Costco run.
Nice. Did you say that you lived in Italy?
Oh yeah, I used to live in Italy. He eats by the... I do. I actually just straight eat an entire block of cheese.
Oh.
Actually, I kind of did that once.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, it's not that weird. My mother used to teach at a university. It was an agriculture university, so they'd have this big like agricultural day. And I went there, and they were selling cheese they made there, and I bought a block of cheese. And then they were also selling French bread they made there, so I bought a huge French bread loaf. And then I walked around to see all the other exhibits and stuff, and ate the giant hunk of cheese. And snacked on my French bread loaf. And apparently doing that in very hot Midwestern weather is not the best thing to do for your stomach. I survived, though.
Well, that's good. McDonald's day, but he just eats the cheese and nothing else.
Oh, I am actually doing a McDonald's day this weekend. I'm going to test phone streaming. So I'll be in my backyard streaming off of my phone with a McDonald's day in chat.
Ooh, that sounds good. He's in hot weather.
Well, the main goal is like to test it before I do a cooking stream. But yes, I used to live in Italy before we get too far off topic.
Yes, I was going to say.
Did you want to know about that?
Yes, please.
Oh, how do you want to know why I was there or more of like what it was like there?
Both.
Or both. Okay, so the reason I was there, which we're going to get personal here. Mother cheated on my father, got divorced, and she won custody.
Got it.
She moved us to Italy because she is German and went to Italy for a summer. And she hated it during the summer, so I don't know what she was thinking. She was not the happiest there. But so I lived there, went to school there for about a year. And it was nice. So, you know how you have Italian food?
Mm-hmm. Like spaghetti and pizza.
Yes. In America, that's a food option. In Italy, it's the food. Like every single restaurant is 50,000 different dishes of pasta and like some Italian thing, which, you know, it's good. Until they're like, I want Chinese. Or I want just a burger. Or I just want like a steak. No. It's a pasta dish. It is exclusively Italian food. So for a vacation, I would love to go there. The food is amazing. For about 3 months, maybe, for like a summer. And But then you stay there, and the buses go on strike while you're on there, and you're 3 miles away from home, and you have to walk that distance, or maybe longer. You run into the people who are just like, well, you speak Italian in an accent, and I immediately hate you for that. And you get a lot of like the negatives as well when you try to like live there permanently. So I would love to go back for a vacation. Gelato, like true Italian gelato, is the greatest dairy dish of all time. People in America, we have gelato here. It is nothing compared to Italian gelato. I dream about it. I would have it in the middle of winter, which the winter didn't get too cold, but still, it was the only thing I'd want to snack on all the time.
Logan wants to know the best type of pizza.
If we're talking like classic Italian pizza, I like to just get like a straight, like a, it has like the Sicilian ham type thing on it, where it has like, because it has like the looser crust. American pizza, I like. don't judge me. I like a peanut Thai pizza. It uses, instead of tomato sauce, it uses a peanut sauce.
Oh.
It has like a light cheese, and it has like crumbled up peanuts on it, bean sprouts, and chicken.
Oh, wow. That actually sounds good. Okay, somebody said it's better than pineapple. Do you put pineapple on your pizza?
Pineapple goes on only one type of pizza, in my opinion. It would be a barbecue sauce, chicken, onion, pineapple pizza. Because then you're going with like the citrus cuts through the sweet kind of thing.
True. Of
like the barbecue sauce. So it has that balance. But I will say, if it's a really doughy crust, don't put pineapple in it because the juice is going to soak into it. I have a lot of opinions on food. I'm fat.
I put pineapple on all of my pizza. It's like my favorite thing. We in Canada, I don't know if you guys have it too. Have you heard of our poutine before?
It's one of the only reasons I want to go to Canada. I mean, there's other reasons I want to go to Canada, but like that has been like my top #1 thing to ever want to do. I've just been like, poutine, just a dish, a famous dish from Canada is fries, cheese curds, and gravy.
It's amazing.
Other stuff on top of it if you want, but like, whose national dish is gravy fries?
We have, in some of our pizza places, they make a poutine pizza. So like the sauce is gravy. You got like your cheese, and then you got French fries on top. I think Pizza Hut in Canada does it, I think.
It would.
Oh, it's so delightful.
Question, deep dish or Chicago style? I have not had true Chicago style yet. I've had deep dish, it's good. But Chicago, like proper Chicago style pizza with like the multi-layered, the weird tomato sauce cheese thing, it looks amazing. It looks tasty. I don't think I'm going to be able to compare it properly to pizza. Okay, so Chicago style is like an extreme deep dish pizza with like layers of cheese, and then tomato sauce is like on top of the cheese is one of their key things. It is a heart attack wrapped in dough. And it looks amazing. It looks really good, but I have not yet had it.
Sounds tasty. Sinistar also wants to know, what's your favorite game that came out before 2000?
Legend of Dragoon.
Legend of Dragoon. What is that?
Legend of Dragoon, and it's a game I have never beat. It is a RPG where it's kind of like Final Fantasy style, except the main characters can turn into like dragon warriors.
Oh, that sounds kind of cool.
And I played it once in a Walmart. Then I bought the game because it was a PS1 game that you could play on PS2.
Yeah.
But it was 4 discs. And it turns out that to save a PS1 game on a PS2 console, you have to have a PS1 memory card. I did not. I beat the entire first quarter of the game without dying once. So that I could get to the second disc, put in the second disc, and it said, no save data found. So I've never gotten to disc 2 through 4. I don't know what comes after that. I just know what the potential is.
Apparently this is a good game, because like 2 people.
It is a classic RPG. It is one of those like hidden gems. Final Fantasy kind of overshadowed it, but it's definitely a game that a lot of like classic RPG fans want to see come back.
So I'm gonna go back to the food because now I'm hungry. When you eat cereal, do you eat cereal?
Yes, when I eat cereal, I do eat cereal.
Okay.
Was that not the question?
Do you put milk in first or the cereal in first?
Cereal.
Okay, that's correct.
Is that even a wait? Was this a qualification question? We're gonna see if this interview can continue. If you answer this question wrong, I'm booting you off, banning you from all my channels, and just saying, "Screw you! I don't want to talk to you anymore." Which I would understand completely.
When I did my interview with Chinbon, her boyfriend asked me to ask that, and she puts milk in first.
Why?
Right? That's wrong.
Okay, does she do more than one bowl of cereal?
I don't know. We didn't get that far. I think I was just too hung up on the fact that milk was in first.
So, all right, to be fair, like, okay, if you were to pour milk first, you'd be like, I want to have this much milk. Then you pour cereal in it, you eat the cereal, then you pour more cereal, and you eat the cereal until the milk's gone. Mm-hmm. That's the only way I could justify it.
Yes.
Because you're just planning on just devouring a large amount of cereal.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do it any other way, it's like you're going to have too much milk at the end.
Agreed.
Or you're not going to have enough milk at the end. Either way,
it's just
more
wrong.
milk's going to have to be added, or you're going to be wasting milk.
This is true.
How dare they?
Logan wants to know your favorite Sly Cooper character.
I have beaten every single one of the games. I have no clue. I have no clue. I think I played all but the last one, because I think they made one more for like PS3 or something that I never played. I played all of them on like the PS2.
Nice.
And I mean, I love Sly. I love the detective he's in love with. My favorite character would definitely be one of the villains, but I would have to go back and memorize all the villains again. I could play that on stream. I could stream all the Sly Cooper games again.
There you go.
Huh.
Well, I'm behind on my question. Do you like to read? And yes, because you were telling me you were reading. If so, what's your favorite genre?
Weird, dark books.
Example.
Have you ever heard of like Darren Shan or David Wong?
No.
Okay, so Darren Shan wrote the Vampire's Assistant books, Cirque du Freak. It's like a different take on vampires. I liked it a lot more than Twilight and all that crap. He also wrote Procession of the Dead, which was like a weird Mayan influenced noir style book. And David Wong wrote a book called John Dies at the End, which is a horror comedy.
Oh. Well,
horror comedy is a fantastic genre. His next book wasn't as good. He did This Book is Full of Spiders, which was like too influenced by Walking Dead for my preference. But John Dies at the End is one of the all-time greatest books I've ever read.
Oh, see, I'm going to write that down now.
It's funny. It's light. It's weirdly chaotic.
It's delightful.
It's just so good. Cirque du Freak. Yeah, I'm glad they did. I love that book. I love the entire series, and it had a good ending. It had like a very weird ending of the series, but I think it fit really well with like its themes.
I'm gonna write both those down. I'm gonna check those out.
Oh, and Darren Shan also wrote the Demata series, which was he wrote Cirque du Freak, which was like a teenager book. They wrote the Demonata series, which was like a edgy, more adult teenager book, like blood and sacrifices and demon summoning. And then he wrote Procession of the Dead, which was his book for adults, and they're all pretty good.
Nice.
Good writer.
Look at that. Sinistar also wants to know your favorite Pokemon.
I have an answer for this. It is one of the original. How am I drawing blanks on these questions? You know, I wasn't expecting these kind of questions. Especially like, why do you stream? How do you stream? Do you have any tips for streamers? No, it's what's your favorite Pokemon? And no, Houndoom, not one of the original. I love Houndoom because I was an edgy kid and I loved the freaking dark dog. Demon dog is amazing in my opinion.
Demon dog?
Houndoom.
Oh, Houndoom.
Yeah, he's a demon dog.
Let me make sure. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, demon doggy.
Yes,
so I like dogs, and he has a demon dog. There's also the one that looks like he's wearing pants. Pokemon that wears saggy pants. And his name is John Cena. No, that's not right. I have a picture of him, and all it says is saggy pants Pokemon next to it. Google, don't fail me. Why am I looking at a thing called volume now? I don't know. He's a saggy pants Pokemon, and he just looks hilarious. Yes.
Scrafty?
This Scrafty. Yeah, that sounds right. Scraggy, whatever. He's great.
Oh, it looks like he's trying to pull him up.
Also Psyduck, and Psyduck's my first favorite. Then Houndoom, then Scraggy.
There you go. So back to the Sly Cooper. Logan wants to refine his question. Favorite protagonist and favorite villain.
Villains, I can't remember all of them. I remember there was an owl, and the owl was cool. And my favorite protagonist is straight up Sly, because Sly was great. I mean, the hippo, the turtle, and all those parts were great, but Sly had a cool, funny character. He really appealed to me at the time. He's a chill character. I loved him.
Sam Keisha is at
Clockwork. Yeah, he looked cool.
I think something about witches. If two witches would watch two watches, which witch would watch which watch? That was hard. I like it.
That's the one on the left.
Do you have a before stream routine?
Start the stream. Get my camera ready. Pull up my background. Get ready to start stream. Immediately run to the bathroom because, of course, my bowels decide to immediately betray me every single time stream is about to start.
Yep.
Run to stream. Stare at the screen. Remember that I need drinks because somebody's going to redeem the hydrate command, and I don't have water next to me, and I don't want to have to walk away in the middle of thing. Probably forget it anyways. Pour myself a drink. Think that I should probably test to see if the game loads or anything. Then start stream, and then go to every single Discord that I've ever been a member of and post my going live link.
There you go. Smart. Is that a backdrop? Like, is it a flag or is it a blanket? Like, what is it?
Shower curtain.
Oh, I like it.
Normally, like when I zoom in, you see just like the cat's eyes.
Yeah.
So it's not too fancy, but it works. And I have two options: run a green screen or run a backdrop. And a green screen takes up so much processing power, like running like the take out the green. It just I'm just not a fan because it can cause like frame issues and stuff. Wow,
that's true.
This is cool. I could go buy myself another shower curtain and replace it any time, and it's real.
That's smart.
Yes.
Ozzy says that you are cute and that you're their bae.
Maria's bae. I'm a whore.
And then Sinister wants to know what your favorite math sign is.
My favorite math sign, multiplication, because you know I love to multiply.
Ooh.
I could do a green shower curtain, but then I'd still have to run like the green screen effect, like the chroma key, and that takes up processing power. Oh yeah, Ozzy is one of my mods.
Got it. It just seems like a lot of work.
Hello, King Leon.
Joey.
It's true. That is Joey.
What?
Joey, I'll fight you. 1v1 me right now. In what game do neither of us play? Portal. 1v1 me in Portal. Figure it out. Splitgate. Have you played Splitgate?
No.
Chad, have you played Splitgate?
What's Splitgate?
Okay, you take portals and you take a gun and you put it together, and it's a gun portal game.
What?
It's amazing. It's like an arena shooter, you know, like how Quake kind of is. Where
Yeah.
like it's like kill a certain amount of people or capture the flag or King of the Hill. And you have portals. You have your own portal gun. And you shoot people. It's fast, it's fun, it's so great. Favorite variation of Pi, the symbol version. Is that what you're asking? I prefer Pi symbol. I get really pissed off when people are like, I know infinite digits of pi. It's like, that's great. It's also just a symbol. You don't need it. You can estimate as many points as you want. You've wasted your time and my time. Just hit one button.
Yep.
Unless you're typing out 3.14596 in your calculator every time. It's a waste.
No, I just remember 3.14. That's it. The last digit of pi is 0, just so you know.
Does that numbers work? I don't believe in numbers.
I was also supposed to ask you about ASMR.
What were you supposed to ask me about ASMR?
I heard that you had like a 30-minute stream or something where you did strictly ASMR and you almost rage quit.
Yeah. So back in the day, I had a point redemption for ASMR, and I thought it was okay to do it for like, I don't remember if it's like 5 minutes, like 10 minutes or something. Back in the day when I thought 10 minutes was fun. And it got redeemed over and over and over again, because before I thought about how much the point redemption should be, I didn't realize how much points people had. It was a 10-minute thing, so I got like 3 in a row done. I think it might have been longer than that. I think it was like almost an hour. And one of the best parts about it was I got raided during that time. So the entire time I was going, oh, hello there, raiders. It's nice to meet all of you. I hope you're all feeling fantastic today, and I'm sorry you've met me like this. Yeah, it was like 200 points at the time, but then I upgraded it to like 2,000.
There you go.
And then I just got rid of it because it made people feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, Ozzy does not want to do that again, apparently.
It is funny to torture the streamer. I think people enjoyed the torturing part of it, but the people who don't like ASMR really just don't like that experience.
I am not a fan of ASMR. It just makes me uncomfortable.
I like ASMR. I don't get, so do you know what ASMR stands for?
No.
Or like what it, so it's it's like audio sensory meridian reaction, I think is what it is. ASMR stands for, let's make sure. Autonomous sensory meridian response. And basically, it's the feeling of getting like goosebumps when you hear a sound. So, you know, like you might hear a music song, or you might hear like something really emotional and you'll get goosebumps and you get like this happy feeling, this tingly feeling.
Yeah.
Well, for some people, you can trigger that by talking slow and talking like the rhythmic stuff, or you can just make different like noises. That's why they call them their triggers.
Yeah.
And the tingles is that spinal feeling. What people don't know is that spinal feeling is I think it's oxytocin or one of the happy chemicals getting dumped from your brain down your spine, and that's why you get the shivers. It's a happy chemical being dumped. So people pretty much get addicted to ASMR. They love getting that feeling all the time. For me, it's just a relaxing thing. I like something that's steady. I like something that's calming. If they do it right and they're just like doing soft-spoken words, or they're just like rubbing on something, it's chill. Good ones. Not like Amaranth. Not like Amaranth who's like, I'm really sexy, and look at me do this thing way too quick in an unsteady motion randomly. No, just smash a pot and pan. If you're gonna do something relaxing, do it slow and chill. I'm not looking at you anyways. I'm trying to relax.
I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. The quietness just freaks me out. I can't do too quiet. Like even when I go to bed, like we have like Netflix on like all the time. Do you like your old cotton candy colored hair or this red? I like the red more than the cotton candy.
So
Says Ozzy.
I like this one more because the curls happen differently, and I liked it dyed on the side. Before when I did it, I did like a two-tone thing. And my hairdresser did the way she did it was she bleached all my hair, dyed it, and then shaved the side to be like a skin fade. Do you know what that is?
Just fades to the...
Well, yeah, so skin fade, yeah, it'd be like you go like completely down to the skin, and then as it moves up, you actually get a little bit of hair. The problem is when that grows in, I would have random like blonde pieces there. So I decided, you know what, let's keep it a little bit longer so you can dye it, get the two tones to it. and or get like the one tone to it all the way across. So when it grows, it's going to look a little bit better. So yeah, that's why I like this cut better. The color, I'm good with either. I think I look attractive no matter what.
What is your natural hair color? Blonde?
No. Dark brown.
Oh.
It's tone is my beard.
Okay, got it.
Even if I do have like a white stripe.
Oh, I never noticed that before. Is there a reason? It's just random?
Vitiligo. Do you know how Michael Jackson's skin started turning white, and he got the rest of his like skin bleached?
Wasn't it a condition or something? I don't remember what it's called, but
yeah. So vitiligo is a condition where your white blood cells start eating the skin melanin.
Ooh.
And so that happened to me. Like my skin tone actually got eaten by my white blood cells in that patch. And so I have a white streak going from here to here, but if I shave there, you'll also see my skin is like albino white.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Which I think it looks cool.
Yeah. What's your favorite band? Sam Keisha wants to know. If I'm mispronouncing anybody's name, I'm sorry.
You got Sam Keisha right.
There you go.
Favorite band, depending on the genre, because I like a lot of weird bands like Rabbit Junk. Mindless Self-Indulgence is fantastic. My Chemical Romance is my favorite like emo band. I actually went to their concerts. White Stripes is always great.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm gonna go like Japanese band, Mia Avi or Miyavi. He was this amazing guitarist. Did this weird beating on the guitar acoustic playing thing. You have to check it out. He's just so talented. Did some acting stuff. He was cool. Great. Love the guy. It's just a lot of different musicians. And I like. My all-time favorite song would be Underwear by Royal Republic.
Underwear?
Underwear by Royal Republic.
Oh.
It sings about seeing a girl's underwear.
Nice.
Yes. It's a good song.
I've written down so much to check out. Thanks, Pixel.
Well, good. I'm glad I can build up your list of interesting things to do. Get your vaccine, Ozzy. Do it.
Yeah.
I'm getting my second shot soon.
Oh yeah. Lucky. I think I got mine next weekend, so I'm excited for that.
I think that's actually probably near when mine is. It's like on the 20-something, which is not next weekend, the weekend after. I'm getting mine 1 weekend after yours.
Nice.
And it's across from a Texas Roadhouse. And so I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna not order their most expensive steak because their most expensive steak sucked. It was too flabby. They had like too much fat on it.
Is Texas Roadhouse like good? Because I've heard so much about it.
It is a steakhouse. It is a decent steakhouse. It was cooler before COVID because they'd have barrels of peanuts and you just like eat straight from the barrel of peanuts and toss the shells on the floor.
Oh.
But after COVID, it really doesn't make sense to have a communal peanut bucket without, potentially, getting COVID.
Like bowling. You know how gross bowling seems now?
Yeah, but I still like bowling. I love bowling. I'm not good at it. Oh, actually, I liked going to a bowling alley and playing pool, but yeah. I took a lot of people on dates to bowling alleys when I was in my teenage years.
Like the glow bowling?
I don't know what that is.
What? It's like bowling with like neon lights. No? You got like a black light on. Oh no. Maybe this is a Canadian. I'd be worried about the stains on some people. I mean, I think I've heard of it, but black lights really aren't the best things with. What's your favorite movie? Sam Keisha wants to know.
I used to have an answer for this. I wouldn't really say it's my favorite movie, but the movie I suggest more than any other movie. It's called The Exam. And I like it because it's a thriller in one room. It mostly takes place in one room. It's all about a bunch of people taken to a room. They're put in there to take a test to get a job with this company. The company's not really ever said, but it is said that it's like some super mega ultra company. If you get a position at this company, you're set for life, even at like the low positions.
and that they're talking about like the head might need needing somebody for something, and so they just don't know they don't even know what the position is. All they know is that they are brought in. They're given a blank sheet of paper. They're told that they have so much time to finish, that any damage or markings on their paper will result in a failure, and that they have so much time before like it's over and done.
Yeah.
And there's only one job. And then they're like, okay, sure. And within like the first couple minutes, a girl writes on a paper being like, oh, well, here's why I'll be the best candidate and everything. And guards come in and pull her out screaming. And she's screaming like, why? This isn't fair kind of stuff. And so like half the movie or most of the movie is them just trying to figure out what they're supposed to be doing there. And it gets intense and I love it.
Jeez. No, thank you.
It's not even like a horror. It's just people in a room. It's just people in a room with just tension, a lot of tension.
Okay. Your opinion on ball pits?
Love them, but I do have like the ball pit in my head from DashCon. Do you know about DashCon or like the Tumblr convention?
No.
You haven't heard of that piece of the worst convention of all time?
No.
Okay.
I feel like I'm missing out on something big.
Long time ago, in like the days of the internet, where people would get together and be like, you know what? I think it'd be really cool to have a blank convention. There's people who got together and thought, you know what? I think a Tumblr convention would be cool. We get all the different Tumblr people, the big Tumblr people together, and we make a convention. And so these guys got in there like, we're going to actually do it. And so they made all these promises. They tried to get all these like different panelists and stuff. They tried to get all these like these places, and pretty much everything fell through. Every single panelist like ended up not getting paid, or like those that a lot of them just like fell through because they weren't getting like promised money. They promised like ball pits and stuff, and the ball pit that was there was an inflatable pool full of little balls. There was like not enough food, not enough money. Like at one point they had to do a money drive of people at the convention to get more money to keep the convention going.
This is like
because
Fire
it turned
Festival?
out that they had like Fire Festival, but before Fire Festival.
Oh my god!
It was so bad. Yeah, there's a summary of a DashCon. I think it's probably Internet Historian. He does a fantastic thing of it.
Oh.
It was someone pissed in the ball pit. Like one of the things that they said would be like, oh well, here's a coupon for 2 more hours in the ball pit, instead of like actually getting what you paid for and wanted.
Boy, ew.
So yeah.
If animals could talk, which would be the rudest?
You know, you'd think cats, but I think if cats could talk, they wouldn't. It's going to be something that is unintentionally rude. Like... Bears.
Bears?
Swans would be rude, yes, but I think bears would be accidentally rude because they wouldn't realize that they're so giant that people just do stuff for them because they're scared of them. So they'd just be like taking shit from people all the time. They're like, yo, I want this shit. And they'd be like, oh, okay. And they would think they're being nice. They'd be like, this is just the way things is. So they'd be accidentally rude. But they would end up being the most rude. Geese would be demons and they would swear at you. But I mean, I guess it's not really being rude, is it? Like, if somebody beats you up, is that rude? Or is that just violence and wrong?
Legit, you can't walk by them because of, like, they'll hiss at you and it's terrifying and they, like, flap out their wings real big and you're like, I'm gonna get beat up by a goose.
Dolphins.
Dolphins? Dolphins, yes.
Dolphins would be the rudest. They currently just... They hunt down animals to just fuck with and kill them. They'll just like beat them around, and they have been known to try to mate with people.
What?
They've tried to. There has been incidents where a dolphin has had forced sexual intercourse with a person.
Oh my god, I'm learning so much in this interview.
Dolphins use pufferfish to get high. Yeah, exactly. They're like the rude stoners of the sea.
They seem so nice.
No, they just look nice. They look nice and are smart. And every
Dolphins are
smart rude
ruined
person knows how to do
forever.
it. Oh god, no, they are absolutely horrible.
Favorite
And
baked
they have sex
good.
for pleasure, which means they've also had forced intercourse.
Oh.
Favorite baked goods? Pie or brownies?
Ooh, pie is good, but like what
No,
kind of pie?
No. Everything relates to childhood. My favorite baked good I've had once in my life. It was a berry souffle that I had at a random cafe when I lived in Kansas. It was the best tasting dessert I've ever had. It was delicious. It was like fruity. It was light. It was great. And I've never had it since. And it took me years to figure out what it was. It took me years to discover what it was.
Oh,
Also,
man.
weed brownies.
This chat's moving so fast.
People love it. Flamingos do seem stuck up. You're 100% right.
There was a lady at SeaWorld who had a relationship with a dolphin and she was fired, and then the dolphin committed suicide. That seems...
I don't know why that's funny to me. I'm just trying to imagine how a dolphin's gonna kill itself. Like, they can't drown themselves. They're like, quit jumping back on the beach, Larry. It's like, I want to die. Barry's just doing like a backflip somersault out of a pool and just lands on the ground, flopping around. Did he try to like impale himself on a stick?
Maybe. We gotta Google this. Joey also asked milk or cereal first. Joey...
Cereal. Always cereal.
Yeah. And...
Wait. I saw a thing. Have I ever tried to make a berry souffle?
Yeah.
I have not. I want to. It took me freaking years to find out what it was, and it's taken even longer to figure out like how to make one. And I haven't ever made a souffle, and I'm horrible at baking. I mean, I'm okay. I can follow a recipe, but I'm also under like the view of if I can't mess with it, which souffle is the number one. Do not touch until it's done and cooled.
Yeah.
You can't even look at it during cooking.
Yep. Even
I
know
can-
what kind of berry?
It was a mixed berry.
Do not touch
Yeah, the berries
souffles.
were in it. The berries were in it, and it was sauce on top, which was amazing.
I don't think I've ever
It was
actually had
sword.
it. It swam up on the performing platform and refused to go back into the water and would attack anyone who came near it. Okay.
Oh.
I don't understand. That's my husband, and I don't know why he knows this. Oh,
Because
just cause.
life is weird.
Yeah. So you have a TikTok? Do you have a YouTube?
Lies. I have 2 YouTubes.
You got 2 YouTubes?
One YouTube that has one video on it. Fuck dolphins, but not literally. We don't want more dead dolphins. Did you know that ostriches fall in love with people?
What?
Or is it emus? One of those. They will, if you like give them food all the time and like you're the main thing that they see, they eventually start trying to mate with humans, and then they find humans more attractive than other ostriches.
Ozzy's gonna link
So
the
they
YouTubes.
They have to like shut down those people. Is that the right link? Let me take a look. Yes, it's my new Let's Play. There's also
Ooh.
youtube.com/pixelate.
Oh,
Yes. Which my new Let's Play one only has one video on it. That went horribly because I didn't record it properly, and so it's all a little bit
Ooh.
blurry.
nice. That's always fun.
Thank you, Ozzy. I appreciate it.
Make sure you
Country
subscribe.
mod. Subscribe to both.
Yeah. That's all
Hey,
the
one's
questions.
more like community videos.
That's all the questions that I got. Do you have anything else you want to tell us about yourself? When you stream
give me-
next?
Oh, either sometime, well, definitely probably either Saturday or Sunday on a random time because we're doing the McDonald's picnic.
Ooh, yes.
But Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am starting to play Resident Evil, the new Resident Evil.
Nice. Oh, dang. If you could use any food item as a weapon, what would you use and who would you attack?
if I could use any food item. I mean, do you want me to find the most efficient food item to use as a weapon, or like if I could just potentially use any weapon? What would actually be the most useful food item? Imagine like some sort of just ice, because you could just stab somebody with it, but that's not really a food and it would melt.
But isn't that like the good part of it?
Like, well, I feel like it's not a food.
I guess, yes, okay.
A hard baguette, I'd beat somebody to death with it, and the person I'd beat to death with it would be... I don't know. Have to come back to me later. I'll figure it out. I'll find somebody to kill. I promise.
If you could invite 3 people to dinner, living or dead, who would you invite?
Edgar Allan Poe would be one of them, because I always loved his writing, even if he did try to have sex with him. Or I don't know if he married a cousin or something. Everybody was doing that at the time. But I want to know how he died, because there's always a thing of like he was found drunk,
like this,
wobbling around in a town that he normally wasn't in, or part of town he wasn't in, on the same day that like women's suffrage or something was to be voted on.
Oh.
So the thought is maybe somebody got him really drunk and made him vote on things. I think it'd be nice. I think it'd be nice to bring back Vincent van Gogh, just to tell him, hey, your art did well, because he was depressed, died depressed. It might have been because of like poisoning from lead-based paints that he like might have actually gone a little bit crazy. But he died penniless and sad. I'd love to make him happy. It'd be nice.
Oh.
And who else? Can I choose a person who from like the past, like but who is alive currently? I just want to talk to a younger version of them.
Yes, I don't see why not.
The younger version of the guy who lost his Bitcoin wallet key, because he has potentially millions of dollars in that Bitcoin wallet and cannot get into it ever again.
Oh no.
And I feel like me getting that key, and even if I shared it with him, he'd probably give me some of the money.
Oh, Ozzy is very upset.
All right, read his comment. I've watched 70% of Pixelate's videos. I know you have, Ozzy, and I appreciate that so much. Imagine he stole it all. I might steal it all. But I could also, like, give it to him. I could like give him like half of it and then take the rest. Hey, if I took half of it, like half of the millions of dollars in there, him losing that key, he would be overjoyed, I think. If I waited until now to tell him that I had the wallet the entire time.
What's the most pleasant sounding accent?
Mine.
What accent would that be? Just American?
My accent? Technically I have an Atlantic accent. It's not technically a real accent. So I wasn't like trained how to do a voice, but I was trained by like parents and stuff on how to like project and like how to talk properly and clearly, and so that slowly developed into this. So it is technically a Midwestern accent, but the Atlantic accent is the term they used for the accent that was created in the 20s in like all the black and white movies. Yeah. Because that's not a real accent. They went to acting school and they taught them to talk like that. That's why that so many different people across the country had that accent, because it was taught. That's what they wanted to be. That's why nobody has it now, because it's not a thing. A region.
Yeah, nice. I didn't know that.
And the most pleasing accent of all would be honestly most languages in their native tongue. Doesn't matter who's speaking it. Just I like hearing people speak words I don't understand smoothly. Germans
can sometimes sound scary.
Ozzy, ich kann Deutsch sprechen. Was willst du von mich?
How many languages do you speak?
Technically 2, 3.5, 2.5 to 3 if you count reading Latin.
Oh my goodness, because you still know Italian?
So I know Italian enough to buy stuff.
Oh, okay. There you go.
And I can understand Italian conversations. I don't speak it fluently.
Got it.
German I do pretty much fluent. And English I'm horrible at, and I don't know actually what I'm doing. These are just random sounds I've picked out for today.
That works. What tips or tricks have you picked up from your job/jobs?
I mean, I work in IT, so I've learned a lot of random IT stuff. But I will say I have learned never work more than the hours that you're supposed to, because your job does not care about you enough to make it worthwhile. If you're looking for a promotion, look for a new job, because it is easier to get a raise by moving to a new job by several thousands of dollars. Like, for instance, I was making, what was it? $6 an hour less than I'm making now, and I changed jobs. That was like a raise from like that was a several $1,000 raise by just me swapping jobs.
Wow.
But if you work at a job, they might give you $1 raise. They might give you like a 25-cent raise. And there is, in this current world, there really doesn't seem to be any like movement in jobs.
No.
If they have a new position, they're going to hire a person who specializes in that position, and they won't believe that you could specialize in that position because you've been there for 2 years specializing in a different position.
That's true. Probably about $6,000 or $7,000 raise.
It was really nice. And I'll find out. Maybe my current job is doing things better, because I did just get a raise. They're like, "Oh, we're glad you're doing such exceptional work. We're gonna pay you more money." And I texted my contact, who's like my in between with me and the company who has my contract.
Yeah.
I work for the government. The way it works is the government gives a contract to a company, and then the company hires people for that contract. But I still technically work for the government. The contract's just owned by a separate company, and they pay my bills. But so they said, "Yeah, we're going to give you more money." And I contacted my contact, and he was like, "You'll find out how much money it is on like the 31st. I'm like, "Cool, I guess. I'll see it on my next paycheck." But yeah, can you just tell me? That way I know if I'm excited or just kind of whelmed. I wasn't expecting a raise at all, but hey,
Thanks.
something. So we'll find out if it's like an actual decent raise or whatever.
Good luck.
Oh yeah, but also, while you're on a job, learn for other jobs that you want, because you'll always have downtime if you do it right. Apply for jobs you don't think you're qualified for, because it is easier to learn on the job than it is to try to get into job from the job. Like I said, promotions almost don't exist. And just don't stress yourself out. Don't kill yourself for a job that won't kill itself for you.
That's some good advice. I like it. It's hard because like you don't really like remember that like when you're younger. You're just like, I got monies, I can go to the movies.
Oh yeah. And I still am under the philosophy that if there's cash in my wallet, it doesn't count as money because it's not in my bank account and my money doesn't get lowered. So I can spend as much of that as I want. I love cash. It's not real money. Fake.
What's the song that could make you automatically cry?
A country song.
A country song? Do you like country?
I like Western music. Like I like Johnny Cash, and I like some
the
country.
old school.
But there's one song, "Don't Take the Girl" by Tim McGraw, and it is very, very depressing. And I like it, and it made me cry in a car while I was driving from one location to another location. It's basically like it's a song about a young boy with like who's growing up, and there's a girl in his life, and like when he starts, he talks about like the actually let me look up the 1 second. I'll look up the lyrics so I can say it. He said he'll say stuff like, "Take Jimmy Johnson, take Tommy Thompson, take my best friend Bo, take anybody that you want as long as she don't go. Take any boy in the world, daddy, please don't take the girl." And so there's variations of that bit done like every once in a while. Like, the first one, it's like him talking about, his dad invited a little girl with him to go on a fishing trip, but he doesn't want the little girl to come with it. And then later on, it's like the girl and the guy start dating and they get robbed. And he starts talking about like, you can take my money, you can take my cash, but don't take the girl. And the same thing kind of happens with like life and death kind of situations. And it just gets worse and worse of like that same lyric playing back and forth of don't take the girl.
So sad.
And so, yes, that song can make me tear up in a heartbeat.
Oh my god. Oh, if you could eat one person, who would you eat? What?
A vegan.
Vegan.
A vegan, because an omnivore tends to not taste as good. And you can guarantee a certain level of like consistency of flavor because it's going to have like plants tend to increase, you know, I'm sorry. It's a lot of thought into cannibalism. I thought about cannibalism before. Not that I would ever eat a person, but like if you were to eat a meat, you wouldn't want to eat just a random person because have you seen what people eat and how like horrible they would taste if they just eat junk food all day?
Be pretty fatty.
And you think about like Hannibal the Cannibal and those shows and stuff, and it's like he just picks random people. It's like, no, you should base them off their diet because you want to have a consistent, good quality beef or pork.
Ozzy also wants to know Pix's favorite thing to do.
Master.
Oh yeah, I knew that was good.
Recently, it's been. I have VR, so I put on. Which I know I said I don't like long games. I like Fallout VR. I put on the game. I put on headphones and I listen to podcast of it's called the something archive, Magnus Archive. It is a horror story type thing. Basically, the way the story goes is you have an archivist who works with paranormal stories, and he's going through these old records to try to put them down to tape. And because the last archivist died under a mysterious situation, so there's like new people come in and like tell the archivist stories, and he like reads them to you, or he'll have somebody else will read it, and you hear all about all these different like the horror stories. But also during that time, the Magnus Archive, stuff starts happening there, and so you get this horror story, like the main one of the archivist reading stories and stuff that's happening to him, but then you also get the stories that he's reading off of like true tales. They're not real true tales, but they like make it seem like kind of a little plausible and stuff. So it's really cool, really dark, kind of Lovecraftian horror in some of it. And so I'll listen to that while playing Fallout VR for hours, just listening to these stories and traveling the wasteland. And it's one of the best things I've done recently.
You live alone?
No.
Okay, because I was like, that sounds really scary. Listening to horror podcasts while playing a video game with headphones.
It's relaxing to me, horror stories. And
to each their own.
I used to listen to Mr. Creepypasta all the time. And I liked him the most because, like, unlike all the other horror readers, he has a normal sounding voice. Like, it's a very nice voice. Don't get me wrong. It's well crafted. But he sounds like the average person, like an average storyteller. So you can relate with the horror stories more. And like somebody like Corpse Husband, where he's so like so deep and so dark. It's like you focus on his voice more than you do the story. I don't believe this happened to him. I believe he's reading a story, while Mr. Creepypasta, I believe this could have happened to him.
Oh, that's interesting. What outdated slang do you use on a regular basis? What is considered outdated? Like radical?
Is bro outdated? I mean, I feel like a lot of the stuff that would have been outdated for me has become timeless.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's no, I mean, I say that's whack. I say Gucci a lot.
I haven't heard Gucci in a long time.
Yeah, I say Gucci. I think that's my main outdated one I use, Gucci.
I too say bro a lot. Dude, bro.
Broski, Brohammed, Brohammed Ali, Broseph Stalin.
Sometimes I call my daughter...
bitching in ages.
There you go. I sometimes call my daughter Broseph.
And they also used to be, they used to say beast in the Midwest.
Beast?
Which was like, yeah, it was like cool or something like, dude, you're so beast.
Oh, I've never heard that.
It was like macho, cool kind of thing.
Uh,
Tubular, bro.
Tubular. Oh God. What small change greatly improves a person's appearance?
I just say the clothes.
Hmm.
It's just dressing slightly better can massively improve. Like, if you go out in like dirty crap, you just look worse and you like slouch and you just don't look great. But if you wear something that's like nice button up top, suddenly you look a lot better.
True. Yes.
I think it's just straight, just the way you present yourself, just clothes. Slightly decent clothes, put some attention to it, and you'll suddenly look significantly more attractive. Or just be Pixel. Pixel's always gorgeous.
Option
When you have an
2.
option, pick Pixel.
Ozzy says that eye contact
Stand
makes
next to
so
an
much
ugly
change.
person.
Stand next to an ugly. Oh.
Exactly.
There you go.
Always keep an ugly person in your pocket. That way you can always look slightly more attractive next to them. But yeah, clothes do a big change. And you don't even have to like go hard in it. Just like have something that goes together.
Mm-hmm.
Plus a jacket. A jacket, if you feel fat, put on a jacket. It's going to hide away a bit of your extra stuff like I have. And it'll just make you look slimmer and more put together. So I think you can add a jacket to anything and you'll look better.
These are some wise words from Pixel.
And if it's in the middle of the summer, you might also like sweat yourself to death, and either ways you'll die or you'll lose weight. So, you know,
It's a win.
jackets all year round.
Win-win, I get no.
Yeah. No, that's not really, but you know, tailored clothes.
you
Tailored clothes
go.
also do improve. Like if you get a suit, get it at least the pants tailored.
Mm-hmm.
Because having it hang over and be baggy and slouch up is you can really tell like when it's something so simple as like a suit, because there's not a lot to it. They look good,
Yeah.
but it's not like there's not a lot of changes between it. The little flaws stick out a lot.
Oh yeah.
So having just the pants, because if the jacket's not like tailored properly, you can leave it open. If you're not like trying to like go to a formal thing, leave it open, have the tie there, but the pants are always going to be noticeable.
True. Yeah, because you can also always take the jacket off.
Mm,
I'm
yeah.
insecure about my stomach, so I hide it
Oh.
with jackets, as Pickle said. Jean jackets make an outfit good and hides your stomach. There you go.
Button-up shirts.
Mm.
Button-up shirts always do, and they're like a little bit baggy if you like don't tuck them in. Some polo shirts, like I take a lot of shirts I was supposed to be tucked, then don't tuck them in. It just puts it away. It covers up the little bit of extra.